Side, I start with examination of the left side.
아까 여기 이쪽으로 검사를 했는데 이번에는 반대쪽으로.
No, you can stay here, but I have to go a little bit.
You can do this better like this.
Ah, it works.
Or this.
Oh, great. So it's almost like a hole.
You can use like.
On this part. Ah, okay. At home, I can make like this and like this. All around, this is very comfortable. So I can, on every part, I can adjust.
Yeah.
But also this is very comfortable. Okay. So, first I look the rotation on this side. And you see also here, it's not too much. It's restricted, but no problem, because I have to know what is the individual range of motion. This is not for every person the same, and I can't expect on the infected side more than here, but I know it doesn't hurt. It's okay here. Okay. This is normal. This is normal.
개인적으로 갖고 있는 가동 범위가 다 다를 수가 있기 때문에 처음부터 바로 여기서 움직이는 것보다는 이렇게 나이스가 되는 방법이었습니다.
I make it in this position because the bed helps me that there is a very good assessment situation, because the elbow can't go in another direction.
팔꿈치가 이렇게 갈 수도 있으니까 이렇게 막아보는 상황에서.
And you see, it's more or less equal now. For him, it's normal, but here it's okay. No problems. Here too.
그래서 가동 범위 다른 게 문제는 있고.
So I see there is no indication directly for the subscapularis. The length is okay. But if this would hurt now, the pain the patient is familiar with, and there would be no problem, which part of the subscapularis would be infected? The transverse fibers or the diagonal fibers? The transverse fibers. But if this would be free and the problem would come here, I have to think about the transverse fibers. Okay.
그리고 섬유 방향에 따라서도 아까 각 팔 각도에 따라서 그리고 섬유 방향 생각하면서 또 이 섬유는 괜찮고 이 섬유는 괜찮고 같은 서브스페이스라는 사실 그런 방식으로 문제를 삼기도 한다고 합니다.
Okay. This treatment is challenging for the patient and challenging for the therapist.
In this process.
Yes.
서브스케플라리스 치료 같은 경우에는 치료사도 하기가 힘든데 환자도 굉장히 받기가 힘들더라고요.
It's most. Yeah, it's very heavy for the therapist, for the fingers, and it's very painful for the patient.
아프기도 하고요. 치료사 손가락도 아플 거고.
And I have to inform the patient it will hurt.
그래서 미리 이제 아플 끼다 말해주시고.
And please say stop if it's too much.
넘어갔으면은.
Yeah, it's important, because we go between the thorax and the scapula, and we are not used that there nobody goes in this area.
여기를 막 이렇게 만지고 뭐 하는 거는 거의 다 안 하기 때문에 이제.
Okay. There are different possibilities to have the grip, but I will show you 3 possibilities.
그립이 다양한데 이거 다 보여줄 거라서.
First, you come to my side, please. Perfect. And I will be with my elbow. I go to the acromion.
아크로미온을 팔꿈치 들고요.
Here I keep the forearm, and so I can make here with my elbow depression of the shoulder.
그래서 팔꿈치로 견갑하근 상승 해주겠습니다.
With the other hand, I feel here the ribs,
갈비뼈
and
던지고.
first I feel here the serratus anterior.
저 방향에서
And
SE.
if this hurts too much, I will start with the treatment of the serratus anterior. But if
이때
you see-
벌써 너무 아프면은 SH로 하고 가죠.
Okay, if this is okay, I move now the shoulder to the ear and far away from the ear
그래서 귀 쪽으로 가까이 갔다가 멀어졌다가
to feel the movement. With this arm, I make depression, with this elevation. Okay, because I have to feel this is free. If the patient is tense, I can't reach to go inside. It's no way.
이때 환자가 벌써 여기서 불편함을 느끼면은 한쪽으로 들어갈 준비는 하지 않는 겁니다.
Then I feel here the posterior part of the shoulder, and I go between here the scapula, between the ribs and the scapula. I stay here, I move, and I'm every time in contact with the ribs here, and I'm looking for the lateral border of the scapula, and this I can feel moving every time a little bit. That which moves is the scapula, that what does not move is the thorax, the ribs.
여기 어깨를 이런 식으로 계속 움직일 건데 뭔가 그 기조는 갈비뼈가 만져지는 그 경계선과 요 어깨 뒤쪽 경계선 사이를 만지는 거고요. 그러니까 다시 말해서 갈비뼈가 안 느껴지는 깊이까지 뒤로 가는 게 아니라는 거예요.
그럼 서브스카플라리스를 지금 누르고 있는 건 아닌 거죠?
Is that are you touching the subscapularis right now?
Just a little bit. I touch now. Where is the border of the scapula? And you see now I go inside a little bit, so I touch it a little bit.
지금은
This is the
아니고
border.
조금 안쪽으로 더 가야 됩니다.
And then you go inside between scapula and thorax, and now I touch a little bit the subscapularis. I move and I glide here inside. It's great. You can release, and this is important. I have to feel, can the patient rest released, then I can continue, and if he makes like this, it doesn't worth to continue. Okay.
브랜드는 환자가 긴장하거나 수축하는 게 느껴지면은 더 이상 이제 치료 그 힘 빠질 때까지 진행하지는 않습니다.
So I perform a technique 4.
4번 한번 해볼 거예요.
Technique 4 between subscapularis and serratus anterior. And you see I go slowly, step by step.
천천히 하고 있는 거 다 보이죠?
It's okay for you? It's great. You can rest very calm. Okay. So first I make this technique 4. And then I make like this with my finger. And then I perform technique 4 plus technique 1 or 2. Okay. But firstly I have to perform this technique 4.
자,
Once
일단은
again.
먼저 4번을 하기 위해 손가락 이런 모양으로 잡을 건데 그러다가 이렇게 바꿔서 움직이거나 아니면은 움직임을 만들거나 해서 4 플러스 1 아니면 2 보여줄 거라고.
Now it's technique 4. And now I make this movement with my finger and it hurts a little bit more. It's okay?
오케이.
Okay.
움직임 좀 더 만들
Great.
겁니다.
If this would be an active trigger point, I would move like this. You see, now I make internal external rotation, and now I have a technique
2B.
2B. I have 4 plus 2B, both together. Okay. It's okay?
오케이.
Great. But for me, it's very, very strong work for my fingers. I practice this just 2 times a day, and then it's finished. It's over for this day for my fingers. Please be careful. Okay. But this is first approach from that. Second is very similar. Excuse me. I go in this position and I take with my hand the shoulder blade. I don't make this. If there are problems with the shoulder, it's not okay. But I take the shoulder blade and then I can move forward and back. Okay.
어깨뼈 면을 받치는 겁니다.
Then I go on the same side as before.
아까랑
And
같은
then
방향으로
I pull here the scapula over my finger. Okay.
손가락은 여기 있고
And
스캐폴라를
then-
이쪽으로 잡아당기는 거죠. 손가락 쪽으로.
Then I go back with the shoulder and my finger on the right hand. My right hand rest and I pull again the shoulder over my fingers. It's a very dangerous technique.
방금 그거 굉장히 위험한 동수 기법이라고.
We are happy that there was no fall and no reason to treat the subscapularis after falling and
근데 이게 조금 안 다쳐서 기쁘긴 한데 만약에 다쳤으면은 실제 환자 그 낙상에 의한 실제 환자를 볼 수 있었다고.
okay, once again I start, I pull here, then I go back, my right hand rests and I pull again over my finger. It's very, very heavy. If it's too much, you say stop. I can move here, technique 4, and I can press more in this direction.
그래서 요거 할 때 어떤 느낌으로 잡아당기냐면은 받치고 있는 손가락이 누르고 있는 손가락과 가까워진다는 느낌으로 이렇게 하는 거예요.
Okay. Third part is less intense. You go here.
세 번째는 강도는 조금
Now
낮은 겁니다.
I treat this part of the muscle, which is lateral from the lateral border up of the scapula.
가쪽에서 이쪽 면으로 가는
This is latissimus and teres major. I go inside. I palpate here the lateral border of the scapula, and from here I follow the muscle to the humerus. It's okay?
한국 욕은 못 알아들을 걸요.
Okay. So, please perform these 3 approaches. Subscapularis. But